This is the Negro Ninja. And yesterday we discussed a woman being in a sexless marriage and the dynamics of how that differs from a man being in a sexless marriage. All right. When a woman is in a sexless marriage, it is because the man's body is broken. He simply can't do it. But the will is still there. When a man is in a sexless marriage, most of the time the bitch's body is still whole and healthy. But the bitch's will just ain't there. Okay, because she took the will up out of it. Okay, no, let me just take the will out. Okay, he wants to, but he just simply can't. Okay, and he still loves her. She could, but she just won't do it because she hates him. Okay, good versus evil. Okay, good is still there even though he is not able to lay it down. Okay, the pussy's there, right in front of him, unsheared. Okay, in good condition, possibly. Okay, and you ain't getting shit. Okay, and she got it all right there. Baby, I just don't got it. I would, but I just can't do it. It's just not there right now, baby. While a lady, I don't know where it's at. That's what hoes do. Okay, good versus evil. Some sick shit. And I always said that for a man to match the shit that a woman does, he has to be fucked up. So therefore, he's fucked up. He can't do it. While she's, Anyway, let's continue.
So a little backstory. My 34M wife, 31F, and I have been together for 5 years and married for 3. The past 2 years have been pretty stressful for her and me, as she was finishing up a master's in a really competitive program. The last year of the program was last year and it really pushed her hard. During that time our time in the bedroom dwindled away to nothing as she was always either studying or in class.
All right. Now, this is funny because lots of hoes been telling me they was too busy. Whether they was telling me they was too busy for me, or I'm just not seeing anyone because I have a lot going on in my life. Busy as hell. But why aren't you pregnant this next week? That's kind of strange. Didn't you say you was too busy for love? Okay, then on top of that, how long does it really take to have sex? Okay, how long does it take to have sex? It don't take that damn long. Okay, because you still find time to pleasure yourself. Hoes are still find time to pleasure themselves. Oh, it's just, I need a break. There's so much going on. Do that shit while she typing a paper. Okay, think about you. You know what? This is too much shit going on. All this homework and shit. You know what? It's only going to take 5 minutes. I know which video to watch. Oh, okay. So there's really not much that can really keep you from shagging your bitch when you really stop to think about it. Okay, you ever heard of a quickie? Okay. So anyway.
She finished the master's June of last year. I was expecting that things would pick up in the bedroom again after it was over, but it hasn't.
Okay, I know y'all know where this is going.
She still turned me down all the time, stressing about finding a job. It's to the point where the last time we had sex was April of 2018. Every time I tried initiating, or doing a date night, or being romantic, it always ends up with her being too tired.
Okay, he sounds like a nigga that's in the friend zone. This is highly disrespectful. Okay, and I thought I had it bad just by trying to, deal with the bitches I was dealing with. Luckily, it never got that far. It ended up there. Somebody was telling me that a while back, too. They're like, you know what? At least you're not married to these bitches. Okay, that's just mind-boggling that people went that far in dealing with some shit like this. All right, you don't know what God is protecting you from. You just do not know sometimes until other people tell you through stories like this. Okay. Can you just imagine going through all that, all those obstacles? Okay, maybe you even seemed like you was winning at first. Everything was going normal. Ooh, I get the pussy whenever I want to. Everything seems smooth. only for it to end up in the friend zone. That's some infuriating shit. That's depressing. Okay. You know, a lot of niggas' marriages play out like a tragic Greek tale or something. You know, just imagine Midas not getting no pussy from his wife, but he can't beat his meat because he's gonna turn into gold. That shit there is mind-boggling. Let's listen.
I even told her to settle for dirty talk every once in a while, but she didn't feel like doing that either. I suggested we go to counseling. She said she would find a counselor she liked. I waited. Asked again. She called me selfish. I gave up. I lost my mind for the first couple of months, and then I decided to just focus on myself and start working out and keep doing my own thing.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure he was busy, but he still found time to work out. Okay, see how that goes. She can't even do something that simple. Okay, nobody's ever that busy. Nobody's ever that tired. I'm gonna tell you that now. Okay, just think about all the bosses getting the coochie at the jobs where it's so busy. All right. And when a woman is not giving you something, she's giving it to somebody else or she's giving it to other people. All right. Because remember, in the old videos, when I was talking about food and sex, it's the same thing to a hoe. Okay. And they both lie about it in the same way. She lying about how much she eating. I don't eat that much, bitch, and getting fat as hell. Like, if you're not eating that much, then why you get so fat? Well, you know, the body just makes fat when the body's not getting enough food. You know, they'll say that dumb shit. Okay, bitch, why your stomach is getting big? You said that you don't have a nigga pregnant. Okay, it just don't make any sense. Okay, bitches don't have that much discipline to go without. Okay, bitches just have the discipline to go without you. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay, y'all both in the house starving. She getting bigger. What all the food is at? I don't even know, man. You know, shit just got old. I threw it away. All right, let's listen to the rest of it.
Before the lack of sex thing, we had a pretty good relationship, but now it's gotten to be more like roommates than husband/wife.
Okay, and if that's not proof that bitches use their pussy for evil, I don't know what is. That nigga fell into one of them Venus flytraps that the flies fall into without the thing moving its mouth. Oh, that smells good. What's down here? Oh, yeah. At least it smells good. So let's continue.
Fast forward to this past weekend. We went out to watch the Super Bowl with another couple who are good friends of ours. While we were at the sports bar, we met and started hanging out with a random group of people also watching the game. A very attractive woman who was part of that group kept winding up next to me and making small talk with me and looking at me in a way that was obviously flirting. I kept it clean but definitely kept up the banter.
Okay. And stuff like this is why I believe it pays. I don't really think it's good to have female friends. You can probably have some chicks around you that's not your friends. So, you know, y'all can kind of talk and all that stuff. But you do, you know, sometimes it's just good to be around other women so you can see how full of shit your bitch is if they're trying to hide some stuff. Because sometimes you'll even pick up on cues with how, you'll be like, hold on, why is it, you know, she's kind of iffy, but since we're around people, let's see if they catch it. And they'll be looking at you a certain type of way, like, yeah, this bitch could be doing better. Kind of similar to this situation. Because when you're not getting something, the body's going to, you know, cry out for it, like what just happened here. He's flirting with another bitch. And he's not wrong because the bitch that he's with is not doing what she's supposed to do. Okay, if a cow is not getting milk, guess what's going to happen when somebody else is there? You ain't doing it. Maybe this person will. You're going to milk me. Come on. Okay. And can you fault that cow? That nigga's hurting. Or the bitch is hurting.
When the girl went to the bathroom, my wife pulled me over and said, in front of our couple friends, something to the effect of, it's obvious that girl is into you. I don't want you talking to her.
Typical witch shit. You not doing what you supposed to do, but you don't want to see him vibing with another chick. Okay, you clearly don't care enough to fuck him. I'm telling you, if that's not the definition of hate, I don't know what is. I'm not doing it. So it shouldn't happen. I won't give you CPR. Why the fuck should she give you CPR? Okay, it's like the last example I used. I mean, that example I used in the last video. A chick will see you. Look at that specimen. He's such a good guy. And they'll just let you waste away. Like I said, which if you think a plant is nice and it's growing in your yard, if it's your garden, if you want to keep it up, what you gonna do? You're gonna water that plant. She's not watering this nigga's beanstalk. Okay, eggplant, whatever the fuck you want to call that, just to be funny. Okay, continuing.
Something about the way she said it to me triggered something, and I just came back with something like, I'm just happy to have some attention, baby. It's been a long time.
Oh, I hate these hoes.
Almost a year now. She looked shocked, then angry, then angrier. Our friends just turned around and started watching the game again.
Why? Because the bitches reminding you of the bitch that you could be but choose not to be? That's what I'm saying. That's one of the main reasons. Like, if you ain't sure about a bitch you dating, just try to get more chicks around you to see what happened. Okay, and who knows? Some chicks is even decent enough to flat out tell you, the fuck is you doing with a bitch like that? Okay, some chicks may even check the girl, like, you got a decent dude, like, what the heck? But, continuing.
And right then the other girl came back and introduced herself to my wife. My wife walked away and the wife of our friend followed her. We left the bar soon after and shared an Uber back with the other couple. We got into a fight, we never fight, about her lack of interest in going to counseling, and she told me that she thought I was selfish and not understanding.
Okay, now once again, this goes back to the being in the house, which is you and the bitch and all the food is gone. Okay, and when she sees you finally eating, she wants a piece. Okay, and tells you that you hogging it all. You just being selfish when she eating more food than you behind your back.
We haven't talked much since. I don't want to end my marriage, but I don't see any compromise in her at all. Before I start divorce, I want to know if there is anything we can do to save things.
No, nigga, there's nothing you can do to save things. And once the sex stops, your marriage is over. And then what type of bitch cannot fuck her nigga for a year? You just got to stop and think about that. Okay, I'm glad I learned this the moderate way. Do you think I'm attractive? Yes, that's why we're together. Why you ain't sucking my penis? So those two things don't add up. Because you're not going to be with somebody. Like, you can't even really be, quote unquote, friends with a chick if she don't even think that you're attractive on some level. Okay, that's a promise. Okay, that is a guarantee. She thinks that you're attractive, but she can just withhold herself from you. It don't add up. So that's a done deal. And then for a year? Come on. Bitch, you ain't in no coma. Okay, and then that just shows a lack of respect. Now, let me break it down, make it easy for you to see, because I already know you know anyway. Okay, lack of respect. Okay, you see a chick. No, you know what? Fuck that. Somebody bringing you out a nice dinner. Okay, it looks good. Oh man, that looks so delicious. But you just would not put your fork in it. You're just gonna stare at it. Now the food is old. Like, they're just disrespectful. Okay, you letting the food waste away just like she letting you waste away. And I'm gonna break that down in the next video. All right, he's about to play the update.
Update. That Saturday after my original post, I tried again to talk to her about what I felt was missing in our relationship. This did not go well. The next Saturday I went out and rented an apartment with a lease starting March 1st. I went back home and told her I would be moving out.
Okay, and he clearly has patience because he genuinely loved that bitch. So it's probably been over a year at this point and she still ain't sucking his dick or fucking him. And he was like, look, this is what's missing. Like, you don't have to tell women anything, I promise you. And when a hoe is doing you wrong, she knows exactly what she's doing. Bitches don't need to be taught half the time. They know. I promise you they know. Whether they're a kid or a teenager or an adult, they know from right from wrong. When, like, say for instance, if a kid is doing something, I know I should be giving you more respect. You're my elder. They know this when they define you. I'm going to beat your little ass. You keep playing with me. She knows it's wrong. Teenager, same thing. Okay, I know I'm defying you. Okay, and so you telling me that a grown ass woman don't know what is missing from a relationship? What separates a friendship from a relationship? Your dick in her mouth. Stupid.
I said I did not know what was going on with her, and since she did not want to do anything about it, I wanted a divorce. I loved her, but I couldn't live like a hostage anymore. She got really quiet and then started sobbing and telling me that I was cruel and selfish and that my focus on sex was the issue and that I...
Oh my goodness. It's like what I said. Bitches want to talk like a sterile robot. Okay, what is sex? It's just a three-letter word. It is not important. All it is an exchange with bodily fluids and a quick sense of pleasure that ultimately means, they'll talk to you like that with a straight face, like there's nothing, and doing everything and everybody behind your back. Bitch.
should go to counseling for that, again. I was hoping that she would...
Okay, basically gaslighting him, saying, you're straight. Why? What you doing straight for? She wants some pussy for her.
have said something else, but since she didn't, I just started packing a few things for work. She asked me where I was going and told her I would be staying at my parents' for the next few weeks until my lease started. As soon as I told her I would be staying at my parents', she got really quiet and asked me if I'd told my parents yet. Sirens started going off in my head immediately. I said that I had not. This was a lie. Then she got quiet for about 5 minutes, and right when I was about to walk out the door, she asked me not to leave. She wanted to talk. And then she told me something I didn't want to hear. She cheated on me with a guy in her class last year.
Then I tell you, I told you. Okay, then I tell you, always think about food when you not getting shit from a bitch that you're supposed to be getting sexually. Okay, it's just the appetite. You need sex. Okay, so you telling me that you can just go months and years without it when you in a relationship that you worked your ass off to get? I'm telling you, man. Then just use this example right here. You telling me that a hoe is just a maiden all of a sudden. You just gonna go from a hoe to a maiden. That don't make any sense. You don't transform backwards. Even though that's you can't just go from let me hold up. You can't go from this being shrink wrapped to open to factory sealed again. That's just not gonna happen. That don't make any sense. Then the stupid thing about that is virgins themselves don't even act like that. They be anxious and curious. How does it feel? I've seen it in the movies. Oh, I cannot wait to unwrap this seal. For the right nigger, of course. Oh man, these hoes here, man. You gotta have that holy armor. You can't play with bitches without the holy armor. I'm gonna tell you that now.
And got an STD. Nothing fatal, but not the kind you can get rid of. She told me that it only happened one time, but I am sure that is not true. I was numb. One of my female friends told me that wife cheating was a possibility, but I didn't believe it.
See what I'm talking about? One of his female friends. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, personally, I don't believe in a man and a woman being friends. Okay, but you do want some chicks that you can have on a council or something. So, like I said, somebody told him. She's a decent person. He should probably try to get with her if she looked good.
Didn't say anything while my wife talked. Mostly because my mind was reeling, but also because I didn't really have anything to say. I realize now that I had said everything I had to say over the course of the previous year, and now I had nothing.
And there's nothing to say. Okay. You said everything you needed to say while you was going through this hell. Then the bitch told you she's cheated. I'm telling you, them hoes always trying to hide something. And she got an STD for cheating with another nigga, but she was still fucking him. You know she was. Now, which adds another point to this. Okay, first I said that if a man can't give a woman sex, it's most likely because his body's broken, but the will is still there. And usually when a woman doesn't want to give a man sex, her body isn't whole, but the bitch's will has been removed by her to do it. Or that bitch is burnt. The pizza's been burnt and she just don't want to show it to you. What a pizza? Okay, it's burnt, but it ain't broken. You see how that goes. And that's all I got to say for this rant. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.